welcome to Aventine News. Thank you for joining us this evening as we present a special broadcast celebrating the 1900th year anniversary of Roman Emperor Trajan's death. Said to have been one of the 5 great emperors does not mean that his life was without scandal. Was he a generous man of the people or an unfaithful seducer? We'll let you be the judge. Join us as we highlight some of the most memorable moments of Emperor Trajan's intriguing life.
For those of you just tuning in, we're about to air the original footage from Trajan's funeral ceremony. Live from Emperor Trajan's impressive funeral celebration and deification, a testament to this great man and now God. The ceremony includes festivities such as a military procession, including a statue on an imperial carriage to honor his victory in Parthia, gladiator events, and just in, they'll be placing his ashes at the base of his tomb, the Great Trajan's Column in the center of the city.
This is quite an unusual event, considering all previous emperors were entombed outside of the city walls.
Known as Optimus Principus, the great ruler of the Roman Empire, some citizens still had their doubts. Technically, Trajan was a Roman citizen, despite being born in Spain, the first emperor to be born outside of Italica.
Trajan rose through the ranks of the Roman army. As a result of his great success, Nerva chose to name Trajan as his successor to the imperial throne, adopting him as his son. Following in Nerva's footsteps, Emperor Trajan also adopted fellow Spaniard Hadrian to be his heir. It was Hadrian who raced across the empire into Dacia, arriving first to give Trajan the news that he would become the next emperor. Rumor has it, Hadrian was also Trajan's lover, just as Trajan was believed to be the lover of his adoptive father Nerva.
Many of Trajan's accomplishments support his acclaim as a generous and ethical man. As we see in these ancient video clips, never before available to the public, Trajan extended social programs by lowering taxes, distributing cash and grain to the poor, and creating a welfare system for the less fortunate Roman children. His forum, created in 106 after the Common Era, was the last and largest of the imperial fora. It became the political and administrative nerve center of the Roman Empire.
Trajan may not be the most famous emperor, but he is arguably one of the most important. Under his reign, the Roman Empire had its greatest military expansion. In 101 Common Era, Trajan conquered Dacia. The noble Dacian people did not surrender without a fight. Although considered barbarians by the Romans, the bearded Dacians remained proud even as the battle came to an end and were marched to Rome. As a final act of courage, their grand king, Salisbury, escaped and committed suicide before he could be enslaved.
Though in chains, it was love at first sight for Trajan when he spied the Dacian princess, yet it was unrequited love. The princess fled and prayed to her gods to be freed from this disaster. The gods listened, turning her to a stone statue where the infatuated Trajan placed a crown upon her head, a loving gesture or one final act of ownership.
But all things must come to an end, even the reign of an emperor. At the end of his life, Trajan experienced a surprise illness, which he suspected was the result of poison. Trajan's virtuous wife, Plotina, and her lover, Attianus, were at Trajan's deathbed, and there was speculation they pushed Trajan to make Hadrian his heir and forge his will to ensure he be Trajan's successor.
From rough waters to smooth sailing, Trajan proved to be a legendary emperor. Reflecting on his reign, we can find a glimpse of optimism in modern times. With every turn of power, there is bound to be scandal and turmoil. Yet, no one knows where a ruler will lead his people. This has been a Salisbury University production. Thank you for tuning into Aventine News. Arrivederci.